to go as the home squad emerge from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete to open things up.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. First carry for James Conner. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball in the backfield. And how about his season?
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Goff. And his first look is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Looking for Woods that time.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, This one's going the other way.
Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they are in a fight for the AFC North, a fight for their playoff lives. But if they find themselves playing in January, they might look back to that Week 15 win over New England as really the thing that got them over the top.
And remember, that stopped a 3-game losing streak. And when you talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers fighting for their lives to go to the playoffs, they fought in that game against New England, got off the deck, and they came out swinging and played really, really well. So if they go down, qualify for the playoffs, win the AFC North, and if they're dangerous, that will be the game. I agree with you totally.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Charles, help me break down the Rams here as we get to the home stretch of the season, because they still have one of the best records in the NFL. But after that wild Monday night win over KC on November 19th, haven't looked as sharp.
And sometimes when you have a streak that they carry around and they're playing at such a high level offensively, any dip looks like the worst dip in the world. But they have had their struggles. Quarterback Jared Goff, his quarterback rating at Chicago and then again against Philadelphia in Week 15, definitely took a hit. They have not been the team we have seen before, and teams have figured out a little bit of a formula to make it harder on them offensively, but I wouldn't put it past head coach Sean McVay to get it figured out and get that team back on track, because once they hit the playoffs, I still think they'll be a team that no one really wants to play.
Here's Goff. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. And even 40 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. On the move to his left. And he finds McDonald. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, 28 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. To throw on 2nd down is Gone. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it down to the 32. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
3rd and long. It's Gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a play fake here on first down. They've got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's go. Set. Black 20. Check 4. Kill. Check 1. Go, guys. Back.
On second down, Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Conner. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. They run with Conner. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that blocks.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 36 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two.
Takes both of them. 26, Mike.
A toss running left. It's Connor, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up two more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
Go, Slot. 180. Hey, 5.
On 1st and 10, Goff. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And able to rip off a big shot. Chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, you got three. Three down. We go. Like 20. Out, we go.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 39 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Kind of the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs. Patriots kept winning, and the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And James has it. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jesse James, 65 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 76 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, and they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
These two.
Toss play, Connor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Connor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. Connor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. Third and goal.
Snickers, 66.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. They're going to run. Here's Connor, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The run on fourth and goal from the 4 is stopped short, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.